Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about how to fill out a 1040EZ federal tax form. Now, the reason that we're only focusing on a 1040EZ is because of the fact that this is the most common form that you will ever fill out when doing your taxes. Now, let's go ahead and get started. What you're going to need is a W-2, a 1040EZ form, as well as the tax table. Now, I'm going to provide all of that on this video here. So if you have one of my worksheets, or if you have something else that you can go along with, then feel free. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, step one, use the W-2. Now the W-2, it looks like this. This is the form that you get every year from your employer. All right, it tells you how much money you make, how much money you have paid in taxes, state, federal, all that. It's basically a snapshot, or a progress report, if you will, of how much money you've made financially for your, for your, um, for your job. So the first thing I want to look at is how much money did you make. So how much money you made was right here on the first line, 76,350. Now going to my 1040EZ, that's what I'm going to put here, 76,000, and I just forgot exactly how much it was, 350. So 76,350. Okay. Now for this particular example, and the ones that we're going to do in this class, lines 2 and 3, it talks about taxable interest, meaning if you got money off of maybe a savings account or something, or line 3 is unemployment, just in, if you didn't have a job but you're getting an unemployment check, that's what you would fill in for 2 and 3. But we're just going to skip 2 and 3. All right. Now add lines 1, 2, and 3. So we're at 76,350. Okay. Now, most of what you have to do is, I mean, it tells you on the line what exactly you're supposed to do, but yeah. But anyway, okay. So if someone can claim use line 5, now we are going to always in this class just claim yourself, okay? And it says filing jointly and all that stuff. We're just going to hold off, but it says enter the amount on the worksheet on back. All right, so here you're going to take your form, go to the back, and this is a small little equation with itself. All right, so amount, if any, from line 1. Well, you remember that's how much money you made, which was 76,350. So that will be put right here. So 76,350. Now what we're going to add is we're going to add 350. Now that's a number that is predetermined by the federal government, so just don't go crazy on figuring out where that came from. All right. Now we're on line C. Enter the larger of A or B. So A or B, we have 76,700, and we got 1,050. Obviously, 76,000 is larger. Now remember, just follow along with the directions of your of each line. It says maximum standard deduction if you're single, which we will be for this entire unit. We're single, we're going to enter 6,300. All right, so once again, a number that has been predetermined by the federal government. So exemption amount, if we're single, enter 0, which we are. Oop, I forgot to do E. Enter the smaller line, C or D. So C or D, I'm entering in the smaller, which was 6,300. Sorry about that. I skipped that for an example. All right, add lines E and F. So E and F is going to be 63. Now I'm going to just kind of give you a heads up. It's going to be 6,300 for this entire unit. So we're not going to change from going from single to married, jointly, or whatever. So, but anyway, this 6,300 number right here on line G, we're going to bring that back to line 5, which is 6,300. Okay. Now just follow along. 6. Subtract line 5 from line 4. All right, so we're at $70,050. All right, number 7 is federal income tax withheld from W-2. All right, now W-2, it tells you we got to go back to the W-2. So let's see if I can find my W-2. Federal income tax withheld. It is right here. 15,851. That number is what's going on for this one right here. So 18,000, I just forgot again. 15,851. All right, I wrote it right now. So the next thing is 8A. We're skipping that. We're not doing any type of earned income credit, as well as 8. These little lines here we're going to skip. It says add lines 7 and 8. So we're going to add lines 7 and 8, which is 15,851, 00. All right. Now here we go. Question number 10. Tax. Use the amount on line 6. Line 6 is this 70,000. So let me highlight that just so. This 70,050, this number here represents the amount that should be taxable income. All right. So from here, where you're going to have to go is you're going to have to go to that tax table that is on your that's on E-Class. So here is E-Class. Go to Content. Go to the federal tax table. I labeled it right here. And so in your little window here, you are looking for, let's see if I can get that number back. You're looking for 70,050 because this table is going to tell us exactly how much money you should be making or you should have been taxed by. So you're just going to scroll down. You're going to scroll down until you hit that 70,000. Oh, there it is. So the way you read the table, 70,050, I think it's this very first line right here. I don't know if you can see it right there. I didn't mean to highlight it all, but right there. It won't let me do it. But anyway, so we're at 70,050. That's not it. Let's try this again. All right, so there I am, 70,050. Okay, so let me go back to my table here. I got too many windows open here. 70,050. There it is. This very first number, 13,300. Because the way you read this is the first column represents how much you're paying if you're single. So 13,300. That's where we're going. 13,300. So for line 10, we're going to write 13,000. Let me do that again. 300. So 13,300. 13,300. That's how much money the government says should have been taken from you. All right, line 11, it says health, individual health care responsibility. We're going to skip that as well. All right, it says add lines 10 and 11. So 10 and 11, that ends up being $13,300. Remember, I'm writing with my mouse here. All right, 13A. All right, so 13A, what does it say? If line 9 is larger than line 12, line 9 is right here. 12 is right there. What does it say? Subtract 12 from 9. So that's 15,851. So 15,851 minus 13,300. I'm left with a balance. I'm going to do this in purple here. $2,551. Now it says this is your refund, which means I'm actually going to get some money back from the government. So basically what we have here is over the course of the year, I ended up paying $15,851. The government says I should have paid $13,300. So I actually paid more than I should have over the course of the year. So that's why we have this line down here. This is my refund. So I paid more. So the government says, hey, you paid more. You're going to get some back. So we're going to call it even after this, so to speak. So $2,551 is how much I'm getting back. And this is as far as we're going to go. All right. So after this, it's just pretty much payment. And oh, here we go, line number 14. If line 12 is greater than line 9, subtract, so go the opposite way, and this would be the amount you owe. So if you ever actually didn't pay enough and you need to pay the government, cut them a check, then you would put them in line 14. All right? So those are the basics. Pretty self-explanatory as you're working through them. Let me know if you have any questions the next time you see me. Thank you for watching.